Cheers, gatherers. Cheers, gatherers. Cheers, gatherers. Welcome. Tuesday night. My God. I'm going to close this door so don't wake up my babies. I got babies sleeping in this house. Here's what I have not figured out. I have not figured out yet how to properly adjust a hat when gathering with y'all, because it's different than a mirror. I'm not trying to right, you can like figure out right from left if you're used to looking at mirrors, but I flip it so I'm not backwards like a mirror. So everything I do, it goes the opposite way. These are the problems. So basically you're gonna have to live with my hat being crooked because I can't quite figure out. Worse things have happened. It's nice to be with you on this Tuesday night. Thanks for coming and stopping by. We have shit to do, people. We have shit to do. It is like getting down to it. We are, by this time, next week, we are going to be in Austin, Texas, deep into recording songs at a studio called The Finishing School with producer Gordy Quist from Band of Heathens. We have banged through. Let me tell you, for those of you who have not been on every gathering, now for those of you who might be joining us for the first time, hi. My name's Adam. Let's start there. We gather. Me and well, anyone you see yapping on the old chat board and a whole bunch of lurkers that are also out there. We do this twice a week, and you are welcome to hang with us. And we are talking about contender songs for the next album. By the way, I was so happy. I'm never gonna, right? I can't remember, Christmas last year, my father-in-law gave me this. I know I'm all over the place tonight, but I'm just excited to hang out with you. So it's just gonna take me a second to settle in. Just let me go. Okay. Christmas, my father-in-law gave me a bottle of whiskey from Ireland. I'm going to go up close here. Very rare, it says. See? You can't put very rare on a whiskey box unless you're serious. He gave me this. I love Irish whiskey. And Middleton, when you go to a tiny little bar off the beaten track in Ireland, right? You will see Jameson and Powers down on the shelf, which is what everyone's drinking, and then on the top shelf, way up high, they'll have bottles of Middleton. And I do not have a lot left in this bottle, but man, I felt celebratory. I felt like celebrating with you gatherers tonight. I don't know why. Frankly, it's a challenging stretch. I'm always challenged a little bit. It's a complicated stretch. I am home. I am surrounded by all the love of my little girls and my wife, and we're doing all the family stuff, and that is amazing. We also do not have a ton of shows, and I like that. I like playing shows, and so when I'm not playing a lot of shows, it's a little bit. Sometimes I like, it's really stupid, right? Like how insecure you gotta be, but like somehow playing shows helps remind me who my best self is, who I want to be. And I'm not talking because there's a lot of people cheering. Many of you that know us well know that not all of our shows are super fancy, right? Some of them are quite humble. As a matter of fact, many of them are. It was like this way back in the days when we were playing, 5-hour sets in ski lodges where no one was paying attention to us, right? It just, playing helps bring me back to that place. It's one of the reasons I'm so grateful for the Gathering series, because it gives us a chance to connect, and it gives me a chance to, I don't know. ground myself. Maybe that's the word. Anyways, I got a little whiskey left in this really fancy bottle, and I wanted to drink it with you tonight. So cheers. That's the point I was trying to make. Roundabout way to get there. I know. We have tonight's gathering. I don't know how the hell we're going to gather this weekend, because let me tell you, I am on Friday flying to Chicago, where I am going to be deep diving into my wife Allie's family. One of her cousins, an amazing gal named Artie, is getting married. I am super happy and grateful that I made sure that we didn't have any shows so I could travel out there. It's going to be an awesome family celebration. I'm very excited about that. I do not know yet if I'm going to have a guitar with me even. I don't even know if I'm going to have a guitar with me this weekend. That's going to get complicated, isn't it? Because really the finishing school, the studio that we're going to in Austin, Texas, they have none of my guitars compares to any of the guitars that they have there. So there's really no need for me to jump on a bunch of flights, because I'm flying right from Chicago to Austin, Texas, meeting the bandies there. It's a good question, Joe. How can I travel without a guitar? I don't know, but I will tell you this. I don't know if I've ever traveled without a guitar before, but when you have pack and plays and strollers and baby carriages and wedding gear and food and you name it that you're packing for a wedding halfway across the country with a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, I would throw it back to you and say, how can you pack a guitar? Right. So I don't know what we're going to do together, except that I think on Sunday, at some point, Sunday night, something like that, I will be flying into Austin, Texas. So maybe late night on Sunday, we'll be able to dig in. I know that's like, you guys are better at sunrise probably than late night. We can talk about it. Maybe we can do sunrise on Monday at the studio, and then the next night, right, we can do a gathering after the studio session ends on Tuesday. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Maybe that's the best option. Anyways, it's exciting. But for those of you who have not been following along, we are processing through about 30-something contenders, 30-something demos, songs that are contenders for the next album. I am going to tell you the list of songs that we have gone over so far. It is only about half. And for those of you that do not know the songs super well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You can go crack a beer during this section. But I'm going to tell you the list of songs, and then we're going to start digging in to some more of the contenders, just to talk about them, just to go over them. So those of you that know before the album is even being worked on, you can know the raw material that we're working with as we decide what our final 10 songs on this album are going to be. Okay. So far, we have played Revelate, Mama Luna, I Will Ride, Desiree, It Don't Land, Roll No More, Letter to Allison, Little Moon, You're Just My Luck, You Dance With Me, Chasin', Letter, not to be confused with Letter to Allison, Positive I'm Positive, All I Am, Big Love, Searching for Words That They Haven't Made Yet, Wasted Words, and Pocket Full of Seashells. A lot of songs so far. Already enough songs for like an album and a half, 2 albums, something like that. And we still have a bunch to go. So should we dig in? Let's dig in. I should tell you this. right? It would be easy for many performers to like go over all this when they kind of know. We are literally recording next week, and I do not know what songs we are going to choose. I have to circle wagons with the producer Gordy, and we have to make some hard decisions together. I have not done that yet. He's on tour. It's been crazy for me. We just haven't had a chance to link up. I know I'm anxious to whittle down the songs. I know the bandies are anxious to whittle down the songs so they can listen to them and get them in their heads and practice a little bit. Just hasn't happened yet. Crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Good question, Paulette. Yes, I will play some songs. I'm talking a lot. I know I talk a lot when I'm excited, and I'm excited about this recording session. How about we just start off with something fun? I hope this one gets chosen, I'll tell you, because it's been one of my favorite songs to sing out live. I think the bandies crush it live, and we are going to be playing again with two kick-ass session players, a keyboard player and a guitar player, and it's just going to be crazy fun. So I think some of these songs are going to sound so good with that environment of us recording live in the studio. This one's called Erica. She liked coffee in the morning, butter on her bread. She likes the sound of danger, but she plays it safe instead. Like all the nasty weather, she will take it every time. She says nothing's feeling better than those first rays of sunshine. And she struts along the path that she's on. She says you cannot know the right road when you're worried that it's wrong. And philosophy while she's cutting up your floor. She drinks Jameson, some more. She's always eating vegan except for bacon when it's round. 'Cause Erica believes in moderation keeps you grounded. She says boys play it fast and play it rough. Life is packed with moments, and they don't last long enough. Ooh, Erica, you've got us spinning like a drug. Your smile reminds us how we love, and when we walk into the old. Times of consternation, we misplaced the spark behind our eyes. A moment's hesitation, here comes Erica. She said, let's go hound at the moon. Here come Erica. Spinning wild. That's just how we love. And when you walk into the room, we all go down and out, down and out, down and out. We go down and out, down and out, down and out. We go down, down, down and out, down and out. We go up, down and out, down and out, down, down and out. Ooh. Bazang. All right. I'm going to tell you why. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the love. I'm excited about that song too. I'm going to tell you why I'm excited for that song. I mean, there is a part, right? Like, I am a songwriter, so I do not have a great perspective. Okay? I am not objective when it comes to thinking about this music. They are all pieces of art that I have made that mean something to me. They all mean different things to me because they're different pieces of art. And I want to record them all. I really do. I wish we had the time and the resources to record 32 songs and come out with 3 albums. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome, right? But we don't right now because we live in the real world where there are constraints. So there's a reason why I think Erica is a high contender. One reason is that, and let me just do, there we go. One reason is that it is really fun and high energy. I love that. I love a song that doesn't take itself too seriously. I love a song that can just be sung for joy. And this character, Erica, by the way, not a real person, but actually in my mind as I was writing her, as I was thinking about her, she was you. She embodied our fan community. And when you walk into the room, we all go na 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 na, right? Your smile reminds us how we love. You got us spinning like a drug. That's how it feels to get to play music for y'all. True story. So all of that makes me psyched to record this. Whether it happens on this album or not, I don't know. But I will tell you this: in his initial notes, the producer Gordy thought this was a song that he thought was right up there with songs he'd love to record. So I think that's another little notch in his favor for sure. We have road tested this song a ton. We have been singing it for a long time, and it is one of the songs when we sing it out live. So many y'all, you have different parts. You have things that you do. I love it, and so there's even a turtleism in this song. We were playing this song. This song was a fresh, new song in the final chapters of Turtle touring with us. And so that's that line. She drinks Jameson and Jameson and Jameson some more. He used to always scream, Jameson some more. And now at every show we play, at many shows we play when we have fans there, everybody screams it out, man. Makes me think of Turtle every time. I mean, is there any better reason to record a song? No. But I'm not the only one deciding on this one. Lastly, I will say this. I think the band clobbers the song live. I think we sound awesome, but I also think it is fun and it's got this open space and energy that with us playing live with some other session players playing along with us, it could just be a party. This song could be a party. So I'm psyched that it was a good one to start with. It was a good one to start with because it puts a smile on my face. I'll drink some more whiskey to that. Tracy says, been hearing some of these songs for so long, sometimes it's hard to remember that they're not recorded yet. And you know, the other confusing thing, Tracy, is that we come out with a bunch of live albums. We have like 4 live albums in the last, I don't know, 8 years or something like that. So a lot of the songs that never got an official studio release got released on live recordings. They just haven't, like, as the songwriter, I feel like really, like, I don't know how to say it except that, right, there should be, even if the live version of a song will always be the best version of the song, there should be a studio version of that song that exists somewhere. You know, maybe not 100% of the time. I'm not sure we'll ever want to go into the studio and record our song Hippie Girl, because I think maybe that should just be a song that people who hang with us live know that we play, you know. But anyways, can we move on? I mean, it's almost halfway through the gathering and I have played one song. I mean, this could be up there with Adam rambles way too much and plays way too little, but I do like talking about this stuff with you. All right, I'm gonna play a song called Heartbreakers right now. I am gonna tell you that this is probably very low probability that this song will get chosen. It is among the contenders, but I do not think that this is one that that Gordy is really vibing on relative to the other songs, right? It was just lower on his list, and that's cool and fun. I write a ton of songs, and I write in a ton of different styles about a ton of different topics, and not everybody is supposed to just connect deep with a song. It doesn't mean that I failed, right? Because my producer isn't super into one of the songs, that it doesn't mean that song sucks. It doesn't mean, right? And there are some songs, we talked about this a lot as we've been sharing contenders. There are some songs that just, the way they're built, right? They're just race cars. They just drive fast. They drive fast, right? But the world can't exist with just race cars, right? The world needs some dump trucks. The world needs a couple backhoes and excavators and school buses. And as an artist, I like to express, right? It's not just about making race cars for me. For me, there are some artists that just want to make the race car. If I just wanted to make the race car, my music would sound very, very different than this. I want to get the thing out that's inside. I want to express it and make art, and it ain't always going to be a race car. This one's called Heartbreakers, and I was thinking about being a guy with a lot of commitments in my life. A lot of promises that I made, a lot of folks dependent on me. This was even before I had kids, but it's way more relevant now that I have kids. And it's about, it can be about anything to anybody, right? But for me, it's about me just picturing calling up one of my besties, right? There are like maybe 4 or 5 dudes in the world that I could picture calling up and having this conversation with. And it was just basically like, hey, remember that bar we used to go get crazy at back in the day? Let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go and forget our lives just for one night. Let's let it all go. And let's just be heartbreakers again for one night, right? That's the idea, at least. And I love this song. I'm not sure this will ever be a race car kind of a song, but for me, it expresses the thing that I wanted to express when I was writing it, which makes it successful art to me. Whether or not it's connecting deeply with lots of people, who knows? So, for those of you guitarists out there, this is in G, but I use a lot of movable chords, and I just want to show you guys, all right? So, all right, a lot of open chords and drones, but the low chord on a guitar is an E, and I wanted it to be in tune with this song. So actually, and I've never seen anyone do it before, but I just decided I was gonna do it. I tuned this low string up to a G. So no matter where I am playing on the guitar, this is gonna be boring for anyone that doesn't play the guitar, I have that G root ringing out. So it starts way up here on the neck, right? The neck goes all the way down here, and I'm all the way up here. And I'm playing a low, open note. It'd be nicer if it was in two. At any given point on this song, I only have 3 fingers down on the guitar, for those of you guitarists out there. Most of the strings that I'm playing are open, and it's all in traditional tuning except for that low string, which is tuned to a G. Heartbreakers. On West Broadway, you better come dressed to kill. In the back down at Johnny's, our cups we would fill. But I've been watching you, brother, as you stagger and drag through your day. Let's go back in time, to our wild ways. Oh shit, sorry. Let's go back in time, sorry, to our wild ways. We'll set eyes on each other, howl like wolves on the wind. Bartender, another. The frenzy begin. We will smoke and we'll smolder, set fire to all in our sights. Let them walk away blinded. We are heartbreakers tonight. We are heartbreakers. The roads we are traveling, the lives we are making, gladly giving our spirits, but tonight we'll be taking. Let us scream for our suppers, let it roll down our chins, as we feast like the ravenous, as we dance like we're kings. Let us spin them like roses, away, grinning and breathless. We are heartbreakers tonight. Yeah. We are heartbreakers. My favorite part coming up. We will fight anyone who comes looking for trouble. We will say the worst things at the worst possible times. You have needed this, brother. Raise your glass up to mine. Let them cringe at our excess. Let them laugh at our song. As we stand on the table, crying, bring us the dawn. Let the fates race to our beckon. This moment in time, let us live like we're legends. Shit. We are heartbreakers tonight. We are heartbreakers. We are heartbreakers tonight. We are heartbreakers. We are heartbreakers. Every once in a while, right, I just write, like, it's an anthem, right? I don't know what it's an anthem for, right? Maybe it's an anthem for staying in touch and remembering who you used to be, right? Maybe you're not that person anymore, right? But it's nice to visit it somewhere, sometimes, right? I like a good anthem. Feels like it should be in a, right? I'd like to record this song, even if it's like a B-list song, even if nobody really connects with it, right? I'd like to record this song and I'd like to see it as a soundtrack in a movie someday, right? Like, this feels like it could be like... Anyways. Cheers. Thank you for listening to that one. It will probably not make the cut. It will probably not make the cut. Okay. But maybe it'll make the cut someday, you know? Maybe it'll make the cut someday. That's all right. All right. How's everybody doing? I've been talking a lot. I haven't been playing a lot of songs. I know. I just get excited about sharing. Look, we have been gathering for 830 nights together. You have heard thousands of songs from me, right? And for those of you that haven't been with me for 830 nights, for those of you that, there are some of you that come on and just want to listen to some music for a little while. And I get that. And sometimes that's what a gathering's about. But sometimes a gathering is also about kind of digging in a little deeper. Maybe not just about singing songs. This particular series of gatherings is about talking about studio process. And we're going to be doing it for a couple weeks because next week we're going to be in the studio. I'm going to have some reporting to get back to you on. We're going to be gathering from the studio. We're going to be posting clips from the studio. We are going to find out what songs we are choosing from all these contenders. We've got to finish covering the contenders, and at the rate that I'm talking, we're never going to get there, so let me move on. Okay. Interesting. I think, how about a story song? Let's share a story song right now. This is one of the contenders. It's a story song that I wrote down in Nashville with my very, very good buddy, Clint Daniels, one of the best songwriters I've ever had the honor to write music with. He co-wrote a couple of these songs that are contenders on this one. He co-wrote Wasted Words with me. Maybe that's the only other one on this list. That's the other one he co-wrote. But this is one called Unkind World. We wrote this song for those of you, you'll appreciate this. For those of you with deep gathering history, there was a night way back in COVID when we were doing it every single night. There was a night way back in COVID where I was coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. I had a writing session with Clint, and I had an actual gig. I can't believe I took this gig. It was at a small club. It was not, right? It was at a small club. I talked to Clint. Clint was like, "You're gonna be in town writing with me, right?" Allie was with me. You're gonna be in town writing with me. You should come and do this. They want you to play. It's gonna be a bunch of songwriters. Everyone's gonna be real thoughtful and respectful about COVID and all that good stuff. Allie and I came down. Now, Allie is pregnant at this point. She is like, I don't know, 5 months pregnant, something like that. We told some family, but we hadn't made it public yet. Clint and I, earlier that day, we were writing, and we were getting into our cups a little bit as we were writing. And by the time we finished this song, literally, right, I played the song for Clint. Now, look, Clint doesn't drink whiskey as much as I do. When we get together and we're hanging out, right, and we're drinking whiskey, Clint can maybe get into his cups a little faster than I do. So I just remember, like, right, we finished this song, and at the end of the writing session, I was like, "Okay, Clint, just sit back. Let me play this song for you and just tell me if you're feeling it." And I played the song for him, and he was crying. We were both like getting choked up. It's a sad song. It's a story. Anyways, by the time we got to the gig that night, Clint was so banged up, man. He was a mess on the stage, and they were live streaming the show. I had already gathered that night. They were live streaming the show, and on the stage in Nashville in front of the live streaming audience, he announces, right, "This is my brother Adam. I love him so much. He's going to be a daddy." And I hadn't told anyone that I was going to be a daddy. Nobody, there were still some friends and family members that did not know that Allie was pregnant. It was a bad situation. And in what I can only describe as the most impressive example of how tight and amazing this community is, right? I mean, there were probably, 100 gatherers on the live stream with us in Nashville that night who had already gathered earlier that night, but they found the live stream for the show and were watching. All of them heard Clint spill the beans. And all of those gatherers got together and they kind of made a pact, and they were like, look, we're not telling anyone. And kept it all a secret until Allie and I were ready to tell the world that we were gonna have a baby. Anyways, super, super cool story and crazy memory that I will always appreciate connected to this song. This is a song called The Unkind World. I'm just gonna say this. This was one of Gordy's favorite songs on the list. It was one of his top songs, like, ooh, we should do that. Gordy, for those of you who just jumped in, is the producer that we're working with, and he loved this song. Now, we have already started to dig into some of the other ballads and some of the other story songs. I am not 100% sure this is going to make the cut. Now, usually my frame of thought is, right, if you're working with a producer and he's inspired by a song, you go with that, right? You go with that because you want your producer to be like super excited. But sometimes in the context of making an album that's cohesive and all works together, right? Maybe a song that's up there, right? You have to trade. It gets complicated, is my point. So I'm not sure this one will be on the album. It's certainly one the band has never played before, so it'd be a fun adventure if we ended up digging into it. I still see her standing, waiting in her mama's door. Something in her eyes, behind that homemade dress she wore. They tried to keep her safe with all the comforts small towns bring, when I knew she was bound for bigger things. Me, I was just a scruffy kid, far from her side of the tracks, dreaming on about gassing up, never looking back. We took off together, no AC, 4 bald tires. Yeah, we were gonna set that world on fire. Kept on turning, yeah, we were learning every day. Life wasn't perfect, but we never walked away. She always remembered the boy, and I remembered that girl, and we never gave up in an unkind world. In an unkind world. We found work in Memphis, living down on Cotton Road, serving beer at Hazel's, still daydreaming about the road. You came on a Tuesday, seemed like a Wednesday. You were grown, a shining, perfect miracle of our own. Kept on turning, yeah, we were learning every day. Life wasn't perfect, but we never walked away. She always remembered the boy, and I remembered that girl, and we never gave up in an unkind world. You were way too young to understand, so brave you never let go your mama's hand. She closed her eyes, and in an instant we lost the world we thought we had. But I've never been so proud to be your dad. Perfect's for the movies, fairs for fairy tales. You and I've been through it, we both learned that lesson well. But your heart, it shines so brightly. When you find love, you will know. Girl, hold on tight, never let that keeps on turning. We still miss her every day. I know you're hurting, but it won't always be that way. Trust in the woman you are, and remember that, girl. And never give up in an unkind world. In an unkind world. I like that song. It's a sad song. It's a sad, sad song. And I would like it to live out there in the world. The challenge is with the story songs and the sad songs and the ballads. Thank you for the claps and thank you for the love. I love that so many of y'all are excited about hearing about this stuff. You know, I love writing slow songs and sad songs and ballads and stories, and I love that. And maybe, I mean, we had an awesome day at the Winter Gathering this year in January. By the way, we're a couple months away from the Winter Gathering, our 3-day trip to Lake Moray Resort in Fairleigh, Vermont, where we dig so deep into this music for 3 days. I want to thank so many of y'all that already have your tickets and are planning to go. It's going to be another packed house, and I'm super excited about all of that. Last year at the Winter Gathering, on the third night we were together, I mean, everyone is exhausted by night 3, right? We ended up, I mean, the first, I don't know, half, 2/3, I can't remember, gatherers. Those of you that were there will remember, but like the first whole chunk of that night, we just played ballads for a while. And it was really great, man. I mean, there are artists out there like, I mean, Gregory Alan Isaacoff is a great example, man. I could listen to his slow, soothing voice and the way he writes songs all night. And it's not about this huge range of emotion and energy that he's putting out. He does this thing that he does so well, and it's right in there. And maybe there's something to be said for coming out with an album that's right in there. It will probably not be this album. Okay, we have time for one more contender before I sign off. By the way, I am meeting tonight with my friend Robin and the guy that runs our trip on a cruise ship to Bermuda in June. Yes, that's right. For those of you that didn't know, a whole bunch of us, as many as we can pack on a boat, are gonna set sail out of a port in New Jersey, and we are gonna take a 5-day expedition to Bermuda, playing music the whole way there. We're gonna spend 2 days on the island hanging out, and then we're gonna cruise on back. I cannot wait for this trip. It is gonna happen in early June. It will be our vacation flotation round 2. And if you are not scheduled to go on it, you should think about it. You should think about joining us. It's pretty fun. I know these trips get expensive, right? And if you're already coming to the Winter Gathering, it's hard to like do the Winter Gathering and then a cruise to Bermuda at the same time. I get it. All right, you have a hall pass for anything you can't come to, but you know, in my perfect world, y'all would be there with us. That's all I'm saying. Okay. How about another fun contender? This is already out on an album, and it's already out in a pretty simple. There's a pretty simple version of this song that was out. It was released on our album called "Songs for a Movie," and I'm not sure how much more we would do to this on a studio album, but man, it'd be fun to try this song with a whole room full of awesome players, my bandies, and some session cats. See, I keep trying to adjust it. It gets more. There it is. Okay. But it is a contender. It's a fun song. It's a song that I know that you all love, which makes me want to record it. Okay. This one's called Sprig. Sparkle like the ocean on a clear summer day. But sometimes I feel like a dirty little puddle, waiting for some boot to come and splash me away. So I lie in my bed, close the shades, bury my head, like if I hide long enough, thinking out you've got it rough. Make it all go away. Make it all go away. Come on now. I want my life to be strong like an oak tree, strong like an oak tree, the sturdiest thing around. But sometimes I feel like a scraggly sprig of clover, waiting for someone to come and pluck me out the ground. So I walk around this town, slides down low, looking down like if I hide too long, you know, thinking out you've got it rough. Make it all go away. Make it all go away. Ha! Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I want my life to be pretty like a sunset, pretty like a sunset for anyone to see. But sometimes I feel like this all rolling over, all thick and bloated, messing up the scenery. So I drive out at night, far from home, far from sight, like if I hide long enough, thinking out you've got it rough. Make it all go away. Make it all go away. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Okay then. Before we play our last song tonight, I want to thank you gatherers for being with me and hanging out. It's fun to talk about this stuff, and I'm excited to keep on talking about it with you. We have, hold on a second, let me get rid of this one and put it down on the, we already played it list now. We have 9 songs left on the contenders list, unless I'm screwing something up. We have 9 songs left to share. We are going to figure out a way to gather this weekend. I am not sure how. Maybe it'll be late night on Sunday, and maybe it'll be sunrise on Monday morning. But I will let you know. I will let you know when I figure it out. It is going to be a weekend that I'm going to be traveling in Chicago, probably without a guitar. Crazy. So we'll have to wait till I'm actually in Austin, Texas. We will do 2 gatherings from Austin, Texas, from in the studio. One will be before our first session starts, either Monday morning or Sunday night, and one will be on Tuesday on date night. Now, I'm warning you, every Tuesday we go at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Tuesday, we will not be doing that. I'm almost sure, because our studio sessions probably will go to 7 or 8 p.m. Texas time. And I want a hall pass for being rigid in our timing on Tuesday nights, because I just don't want to focus on anything except getting the best possible performances and quality album that we can create for you all. So as soon as the studio session ends on Tuesday, we will gather together. Okay. I want to thank those of you who have been listening and continuing to listen and share and loving our new release, Hold Each Other Now, co-written and produced by John Oates. We just released it. It's almost up to, I think, close to 40,000 streams on Spotify alone right now, which makes me super proud and excited. Thank you so much. You all are having an impact on the number of folks that are hearing this music for the first time. People are being recommended our music because of all the streaming you are doing these days. That's how that works, and I appreciate it so much. I also want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to our member supporters of the Gathering series. Thank you for keeping this series going with your amazing contributions. You help us in so many ways, not just doing these things, but everything that we do that is connected to the gathering and connected to the community. We just have enough to never ask, can we do it? Can we not do it? We just do things. We just do the things we want to do, and we don't have to worry about it because of you member supporters. And I just appreciate that so much. Maybe next time we gather, I won't be so damn talkative and we'll get a little more done. But until then, I appreciate y'all. Thanks. Raise up your glass. Let us drink to did our best. May it always roll steady wherever you roam. Make a ton when you're ready to carry on. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, only see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to now, good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to drink warm to those who aren't with us. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to round and good company. Here's to the future, here's to the past. Let us drink one last song, let us drink one day fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you again soon.